Hi guys, it's Zahid here from Abbey Property in Luton. Today I got with myself Nadeem from Nadeem Plaza, really famous man in Luton, has had multiple achievements as well over the years. And today we're going to dig into his property empire as well as his businesses that he's been running over the last decades. So let's dig into that right now. So first of all, Nadeem, how did you get into business, and also what has been your beginning? I mean, for example, starting from your birthplace to your education.
I was born in Pakistan. I came to the UK when I was about 3 years old.
Okay.
And then over the time, I went to Denby Infants, Denby High School, Luton Sixth Form College. And then I started working with my uncle in the markets. So this is where I learned everything from.
Okay.
So I was a greengrocer, and I used to work in the markets selling fruit and veg. And then I used to I started selling wholesale. So I became the biggest wholesaler in the market. So I was buying stuff from the market, selling it back to the market.
That's fine. And when you started all this, is there anything specific that got you into it? Is it mainly just your uncle, or did you have some sort of interest?
Thing is, all my family's been into business,
Okay.
and I was very encouraged by my uncles to start, in my own business. And I think that support from the family, in terms of, when you start your own business, that's very helpful. My first business used to be to sell mangoes in the middle of Bury Park.
Okay.
So where this Nadeem Plaza is built, it used to be a piece of land. And as far as I can remember, people used to throw, unwanted food over the fence, and used to get it cleaned up and everything. So I started selling mangoes here, and I used to sell over 30,000 boxes of mangoes in one day. And the way I did that was I used to get some Indian drummers to create a hype. I wouldn't let a car go past without selling up 2-3 boxes of mangoes to them.
Okay. And when did you start to pack that up?
I was in the wholesale business for like maybe 15 years, 20 years. Then I started buying property. The time that I was buying the properties, Bury Park was like, it was an Asian area. There was, and I saw that this is going to be an Asian shopping center one day. So this is why I started buying properties in Bury Park. And now look at Bury Park. It's a very influential, very bustling, hustle and bustle of Luton. And it's the main shopping area. You get people from Northampton, from Bedford, from London coming in to shop here, because we've got all the variety of the shops they need.
Okay. And what were your first few businesses that you had started?
My first business was the wholesale. I used to go around to the shops. I used to take orders from the shops. I was about 18, 19 years old, and the shops used to say to me, "You're a little kid. We don't want to give you order." So I used to go again and again and again till they got sick of me, and they started giving me orders. And then slowly, I opened Euro Halal Cash and Carry.
Okay.
That was the first a major, supermarket in the middle of Bury Park. Surprisingly enough, it was a Midland bank.
Okay.
So it was a Midland bank that we converted into a grocery shop. And it's still, 20, 25 years later, still trading.
Wow, that's awesome. Give me a few examples of businesses that you started that have gone down, and some that are still standing even till today.
The thing is, any business I started, none of them went down.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's my kind of reputation. Whatever I did, I made it survive. Right. I'll give you a little example. So where Claim Specialist is now, I took a Chinese restaurant over.
Okay.
So first week, it was really busy, and then I didn't have the right chefs. I had no experience. I mixed the chefs in. The food wasn't coming out. Anyway, from like £20,000 taking a week, it went down to like £3,000 a week. So what I thought, this is not working. Let me change it around. So I divided the shop into two, made a chicken chip shop in one. Okay. I put chicken and chips for 85p. So I was the first one in the UK selling chicken chips for 85p. Okay. Boosted the business up, sold the business at premium, and then moved it. Most of my business is rental. So I just buy it, I set the business up. And recently I've been opening shisha bars. Okay. So I've been buying a place, doing it up, renovating it, boosting the business up for a while, and then selling the leases on.
Is that mainly Luton that you're doing?
Luton, Milton Keynes, Bedford.
Okay, so your main strategy at the moment is you starting the businesses, which is the difficult part.
Yeah.
And then after you're selling them on.
Yeah, that's right. So I'll buy a rundown business. I'll boost it up. I'll market it right. I'll make some changes. I'll change the staff around. I'll change your menus around, and then I boost the business up, and then I end up selling the lease of it.
Or existing businesses sometimes.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's awesome. When you started these businesses, were you doing property simultaneously, or did you have to build up a good amount of deposit before you were able to?
The thing is, when I was buying these businesses, the banks were very helpful. The banks were very lenient, and then slowly you build a portfolio up. I mean, at one time we were buying all the commercials in Bury Park. And you got to remember, after a certain time, that property will value, because whoever owns the property in Bury Park will not sell it.
Yeah.
So that property, as it has a premium value,
Yes.
so if the property is worth £300,000, realistically, it will sell for more than £500,000
Okay.
because no one wants to sell it. So
Yes,
it becomes in demand.
Supply and demand, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. And when you got into these properties, did you end up selling your businesses, or was it from cash? From
The thing is, we were buying, like when I had a good wholesale business, and we were buying this. Whenever a good deal came through,
Yeah.
we were buying according to that, and the banks were financing for us all the time.
That's awesome. What's your current business portfolio looking like?
We own a lot of commercial properties.
Okay.
So we got a nice big portfolio. We own the Nadeem Plaza.
Yeah.
That consists of 9 studios.
Mhm.
We've got about 10 shops downstairs,
Yeah.
a coffee pot, and we've got a roof garden restaurant.
Yeah, that's awesome. And tell me a little bit about Nadeem Plaza itself, because I remember from before it, right? You used to be, people chucking food there.
The thing is, when we got planning for the plaza, it just was a wasteland at the moment. We were just getting a little bit rental income from the billboards on the back. And I designed it. We kind of got a good developer on board. And Nadeem Plaza has become the focal point of Bury Park.
Yes.
Because, I mean, sometimes I'm just sitting outside coffee pot and I hear people, give me directions on the phone. Oh, if you take a left from Nadeem Plaza, you take a right from Nadeem Plaza.
Yeah.
So, it's become a focal point right in the...
Yes,
and it's become a community hub as well, because in terms of any events that are happening in Luton, everyone tends to gather there.
This is what I've noticed, a lot of the time it's like a landmark.
Yeah, it's become a landmark.
You mentioned, sometimes when promotions happen or some sort of events are happening, fundraisings happening, a lot of the time people are parking the ambulances outside.
Yeah, it's become the focal point for all the community events, any charitable work that anyone does, because it is in the center of Bury Park, and this is where our business community is, and it's become, a landmark now.
Yes. Did you envision it to work out like that? Or
the thing is, I envisioned Bury Park as a whole, because when I was investing in Bury Park, as I said, there was no Asians. I had a vision. I knew that this place would become like the main part of Luton Asian community. Okay. Now, look, we're business people. We don't care what your color is, what your creed is, what your religion is. We just need your money.
So in terms of your business journey and in terms of your property journey, tell me some of the challenges that you have faced to get to where you are right now.
Thing is, I'm most grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and it's my parents' dua that has got me wherever I am. It was challenging because in our communities, we have this thing of pulling the legs down. So when you're doing well in business, people tend to pull your legs down. So I've been through that. I've had a supporting family. I mean, my brothers have supported me all the way through this business journey.
That's mainly what's taking you so far. That's fine. And what sort of challenges? Is it mainly your family's helped you overcome challenges? Give us some examples.
The thing is, now we've got to a position that we're helping people.
Okay.
So this is very important for me, especially as a businessman, as a community person, is to help the less privileged, to help the people that are struggling. Yeah. This is why, I've set up a program a few years ago. BBC covered it. It's, like apprentice style program to help youngsters, to give them a start in business. And the main reason for Nadeem Plaza at the beginning was to make smaller units, so it gives a normal person a chance to come into business. Yes. Because to get into Bury Park is very difficult. To rent a shop out in Bury Park is very difficult. When the plaza was built, my main vision was to give new businesses a chance, cheaper rent, smaller units, and it gave them a kind of a head start to start their own new businesses.
Yes, one sort of challenge that you've had.
Challenges that we've faced is when you start a new business, apart from you being confident that you're going to make it work, the rest of the community or the business community, they think they won't work because they're used to the same businesses that are already there. You need to try new businesses. And I think for me, the main challenges were that whenever I had an idea and I wanted to do this business, I thought that, it's going to work, but the rest of people thought it might not. But I proved them wrong.
Yes.
I made it work. I made sure it works.
So you had a lot of naysayers, right?
Yeah, that's right. A lot of people said, this is not going to work. But look, how can you become a businessman? How can you be an entrepreneur without, testing the waters out there? Yes.
Would you say it's a lonely journey right in the beginning?
The saying is, when you cry alone.
Yeah.
So when you laugh, the world laughs with you. Yes. So this is very important, and anyone that wants to start a business, you need to have that kind of self-esteem for you to start it. You shouldn't think what people are going to say. For example, Kentucky Fry. He succeeded, 50 years later. He's a global brand now. Yes. So if you fail, I think for me, failure is the first stepping stone for any business to succeed.
A lot of the time in the beginning, you're cheering for yourself alone.
Yeah, that's right.
Nadeem, there's going to be a lot of people watching you that are going to be young in age. They're getting into the work. space now. Some of them looking to even start their own businesses also. Two questions for you. First one is, what's been the most lucrative business that you've been involved in? And secondly, what would you recommend someone who's coming into the field now?
Firstly, I would suggest that the business is the only way forward.
Yeah.
So if you want to make a good living, you want to, achieve maximize achievement, it's to do your own business. The thing is, lucrative, you have to understand, for my kind of line, I've been, opening restaurants, I've been buying commercial property. For me, it's property. Property will never depreciate, and you will never go wrong. My best business at the moment, what I started was shisha bars.
Okay.
And what I did was I designed something for myself, because then I used to smoke shisha, but I stopped smoking now after having a few heart issues. Is to design one for myself, for me to go and just sit there, relax, socialize. And then, it starts taking off. And I thought, wow, let's run it as a business. You get your challenges, happening all the time, but you just got to keep your head on, and you got to keep on, when you fall down, you have a bad day, you get up and you say, you know what, let me try this again.
Certainly. In terms of, for example, youngsters that are watching right now, what would you recommend them to get into? What sort of trends have you seen?
Firstly, I would recommend them to listen to their parents.
Okay.
Right. And secondly, whatever, they need the education behind them. I mean, I went on a different journey. I didn't go on to do a degree. My family went in business, and they put me into the business, and I started working for them. And I learned very quickly. I learned what the business was. I learned how the market runs. For example, if this store had 200 pallets of tomatoes, I knew that he's going to be stuck with them. So then I would go bid him cheaper than the market, and I would sell them back to the market for like the minimum profit. Okay. So at the moment, I think there's, the age now is digital. Online businesses, people want to start up. I mean, if you look at everything's going online. Even your shopping, from Asda, from Sainsbury's is going online. Yeah. So any business that's online, it can work.
Okay, so your main sort of takeaway from that is get out, get some experience like you got in the beginning, and then maybe look at a gap in the market.
Experiences are very important, because with that experience, you're not going to be able to suffer. You can't put a guy that's is a chef into a meat shop. So, get into the business that you want to do, get some experience, even if it means they don't pay you, just go there a couple of days a week, say, listen, can I just work free?
Yes.
You learn the business, and then you improve things, you do things better, you do things better than they're doing it. You improve the recipe, you improve the menu, you improve the service. So, and then, you got very, good ideas to do a very good business.
Nadeem, during this whole time, right, there must have been someone that you're looking up towards that's acting like a role model for yourself.
The thing is my uncles. They were into this business, this fruit and veg business, and they were very successful, and they were my role model. So I used to look up to them. And then slowly, when you're doing business, you find other role models, because you find other successful people that are kind of to give you a boost in what you do, and a few good words from them will really encourage you to go. And like, for example, when you've had a bad day, things have gone wrong, but that little bit of encouragement puts you in the boost, and gives you, new day, new start.
So they've been acting like your guiding star.
Yeah, right? That's right. They gave me all the support that I wanted. They gave me the platform where, I used to sell mangoes on two of the most prestigious locations in the whole of the UK. One was Green Street, and one was Southall, Broadway. Okay. So that's where I started selling. So I still remember my days. If you want me to, I could quickly show you what I used to do. So I used to say, I had 1,000 boxes. I used to go, 2 for £5, 2 boxes for £5. How about that? Very sweet, very delicious, very good looking. The best Pakistani mangoes in the country.
So it's a lot of energy.
A lot of energy, bro, because that's what kind of made me, as I said, I'm a marketer by trade. Okay. So that's what gives me the buzz, when I'm there selling on the streets.
So Nadeem, just to wrap it all up, what's been your most valuable lesson that you want to give to the audience today?
My most valuable lesson is that whatever you want to do, keep at it. Don't give up. The main thing is keep trying till you succeed. You need the du'as of your parents. You need the du'a of your community. And what you do is you keep whatever business you do, keep at it. Don't give up, and inshallah you'll make a success of it.
Nadeem, I really appreciate the time that you've taken, and also for sharing the gems of wisdom for the younger generation, for hopefully to be able to, to change their life. And I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
So there you have it, guys. It's an absolute pleasure talking to Nadeem today, finding out his stories, his struggles, and what he's managed to achieve. so far in life as well. Hopefully that's a good inspiration for a lot of you guys to take away. If you have any questions for him, comment down below and I'll be happy to maybe do a part 2 of this interview. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you and bye for now.